Hey everybody, welcome to another episode of the Eagle Reality Career Talk for real estate and realtors. Looking at some ways to help you daily grow and hack and tools to increase your real estate career. And this is Chris Ward, broker in charge of Eagle Realty in North Myrtle Beach, South Carolina. Hopefully you can glean something from this podcast, maybe even if you're not a realtor or in the real estate industry, but just general business talk. We like to think. So make sure you subscribe. You can also check out our YouTube channel, Eagle Realty 1 at YouTube, and subscribe there as well. But this podcast particularly is a very macro level podcast, and this one is one that can apply to no matter what business or whatever industry that you are in. You need to do this, and I say this because I believe personally that your success in one manner, your passion about what you're doing, your overall just happiness isn't the right word, your overall perception and perspective on your career in life. You need to do this, and you need to believe it when you do it. And that is defining your why. W-H-Y. Define your why. Before entering any career, you need to define why you are entering that career. If you are in an industry and you can't define why you're doing it, if you are pursuing some kind of business, whether you're an entrepreneur or working for a company, if you can't define why you're there and what it is you're trying to accomplish, your why of existing in that career, where you're trying to go, then you're just kind of floating. It's kind of pointless. You'll have no heart in it. You may not have any mind in it, but you definitely won't have any heart in it. And if your mind and heart aren't there, it's really hard to get your body to go do what it needs to do to be successful. I have all my agents, when they go through our training or when I talk to them at the beginning, to define their why. Like, why are you in real estate? Why do you want this to be your career? Why is it you want to be a realtor and work in this industry as your career focus? And you need to know that. And what's cool is it can be a little different for everybody. I mean, honestly, your why is not going to be the exact same as somebody else's why for what you're doing. So a lot of people say, the why is money. I want to make money and be successful. And that's fine. I think that's kind of a short-sighted why, personally. I don't think just making money, I don't think that's very specific to necessarily any industry. I mean, hopefully that's an end result, but I don't think it's the why. I think it's a byproduct. Making money is a byproduct of doing what you love and doing it well and utilizing your talents and passions to pursue success. And I think money's just a byproduct of that. That's just a personal little rant. But when you define your why for real estate, you really need to look at, in the long term, why are you doing what you're doing? For realtors, I'm hoping that I'm not going to define your why for you, and I'm open to accepting lots of different kinds of whys. But in some form or manner, since we're in a service industry, I'm hoping that your why is around helping people. In the real estate industry, we're helping people achieve and, do and process and close the biggest transaction of their lives monetarily, is to buy property. There's lots there. They may have lots of reasons for doing it, but you as a realtor, you are the guide. You are the one that's helping, make their dream a reality. You are guiding them through the process, hopefully well, and with your expertise and with your talent and with your negotiation skills, your communication skills, to make it a very seamless and easy transaction, to make them happy in their transaction, to take the stress load off of it, to bear some of the weight of the size of this kind of decision, the size of this kind of financial decision that they're making as far as purchasing property, whether it's primary residence, second home, investment, vacation home, no matter what, you're there to shoulder the load, to shoulder the burden. There's a responsibility that you have. So if your why is really helping people, then you are really on the right track in this career, in my opinion. If you are really trying to help people through this process so that it's easy for them, so that they're not scared of it, so that they have a pleasant experience, so hopefully they do it again with you, and notice that, you know, that, and they're going to give you that the accolade and acknowledgement that you made the right decision being a real estate agent, because my gosh, you're really good at it. When you define your why by helping others, when you define your why outside of your own personal gain and maybe making your why about other people's gain, I think you'll start to see that that's the kind of why that your passion and success can pursue and follow in whatever industry it is, and especially in real estate, especially in service-oriented industries. I believe you really got to put your why outside of yourself. Some other things to consider, though, when really thinking about the why in real estate as a core value, like why you're doing it becomes kind of your statement of core values of who and what you're about. When you define your why, you can then say what you're about. When you know your main reason for doing what you're doing, then how you're doing it and the process, the what of what you're doing, becomes way easier to document and define. And then you have your guidelines about how you're going to do your business and what you're doing in your business that all culminate and follow behind the why of what you chose to do in business and real estate. So I say all that to say this. This isn't a very long podcast. This isn't a very long episode that I want you to check out. But I think right now, no matter where you're at, no matter what you're doing, what I want you to do, no matter what industry you're in, but especially if you're a realtor, I want you to stop right now and I want you to look at your business, no matter if you've been in real estate for 6 months, 1 year, 10 years, 20 years. Can you define your why? Why are you doing what you're doing? Or why have you been doing what you're doing? Why do you want to continue? Why do you want to pursue a career in real estate and make it successful? It may not just be one sentence. It may be a paragraph. There may be multiple whys, but I think when you start writing it out and you actually start putting something on paper or typing it out and you start looking at it and reading it back to yourself, it will help you then even more narrowly define why. Why am I doing this? And when you define that, man, then it's so much easier to pursue it. You have a target, you have a goal, you have the reason, and now you can follow that reason. Now you can move forward and strive after that reason with strategy and utilizing your talents and your passion, with your belief, with your heart and your head. And you can move towards that why. And it gives you a purpose every single day to wake up and do what you're doing and do a career that you love when you can define the why it is that you love it. So I hope you enjoyed this episode. The Eagle Reality Career Talk. I hope you tune in. Make sure you subscribe to the podcast on iTunes or go to our SoundCloud page /Chris Ward Bick, or our YouTube page, youtube.com/EagleRealty1. Follow us everywhere on social media at Eagle Realty SC, and feel free to leave me any comments or ask any questions. I'm here to help your real estate career, and I hope you're having an awesome summer here in 2017. Kick off to summer. Talk to you next time.